Hello, I'm considering buying Sketch, which is a program for vector drawing, very useful for web design. So far I've been using Inkscape. Inkscape is a free program. It's quite feature-packed, but at least on the back it's a little bit, it feels bulky because it runs under Windows X11 and that makes it feel, I don't know, weird or wrong. So I've heard good reviews about this program, and it's not very expensive. It's affordable. So I want to see if it does the job, and to do that, I'm going to be trying to make a little logo for a blog of mine, and that way test it in action. It's nothing complex. It's something very simple that I should be able to do normally under Inkscape without any trouble. The blog I want to do is this one, In Albis. In Albis is a Latin expression which means in white. You would use it in Spain at least. You would use and say me he quedado in Albis. You would say that to say I've gone mind blank. Or you would say also, I've passed the night in Albis to mean you haven't been able to sleep, your mind was elsewhere. Okay, so with that in mind, I want to try to do a logo that goes along with that kind of feeling or meaning. Okay, so the way I normally work is I start by selecting a font. To do that, I use a tool that it's on the web. It's called WordMarket, and it's really a very silly thing, but it's quite useful. It lets you load all the fonts that you have on your computer, and it lets you write a sentence or a couple of words or whatever, and it will show it on all those words, on all those fonts. Sorry. So you can also see them positive or negative. It will turn them, capitalize them, or put them on in minuscules or in capitals, and it's quite flexible in that it lets you have a quick look at all the fonts and quickly select those that you want. So these ones are already pre-selected, but normally you would have the whole list of your fonts here, and you would start clicking on those that you want to consider. Okay, and then you say filter selected, and it will show only those, and then you can start making them bigger or smaller to see them better in the way you pretend to use them. Okay, so I've already selected a few, and I think I'm going to try these ones. American Typewriter seem to fit nicely because I don't want to have much imagery in the block. So looking like a typewriter, it gives it an old look. It also has a rounded feeling, these letters, this kind of rounded dots that suggest like ink, an ink blob or a little concentration of ink somehow. And that goes along with what I want. The little sentence that I had here in Spanish is little articles with which to fill the blank. Okay, so that's a little bit the game with the words there. So that goes nicely with it. Okay, so without much more to say about this, I'm going to try something I already have my mind on, a little design, and I want to try it. So I'll go on to Sketch and start a new document. I'll maximize this, and let's see. I've gone through the little tutorials that they have on the web page. They're nice. They're okay. They're not really highly detailed, but at least you will be able to get a good feeling for it. There is also a little video going on, and it really is good to show you how it works. Anyway, so I'll start by creating a couple of words here to separate them in, and then another one, Alves. Okay, so now I have two layers here, one for each word. I'm going to select them both, going to make sure they are aligned at the bottom, and I'm going to now edit them. And I want American Typewriter, I've said. I'm going to try just American Typewriter without the bold first. I put them on a big font so as to see this better. And now I'm going to separate this one a little bit more. Okay. Alright. So far so good. Now I'm going to try to put some sort of ink blob or ink tash or ink, yes, a little bit of ink behind this so that Alves is shown in white. I want, this means white, and I want to be to show it in white. So I'm going to put a black background for that, but I don't want it for everything. So I'm going to leave the in out of the ink blob or the black background, and I'm going to try that. So let's see. I'll use a shape. I'll go for rectangle. Okay. All right. I should send it to the background. Okay. And now I should take this, make it white. Yep. And make the background black. So rectangle. I don't want borders here. And I want it black, so like this. Alright. Okay. So what I would do now, it would be to make this shape differently. I don't know. Let's see if I do something like that. No. Okay. Let's try to make it into a little blob. So I'm going to transform, I guess edit it, and let's, alright, okay, let's pull it down a bit. I want it symmetrical. Alright, I've been working around this shape a little bit. So now what I would like to do is maybe check out this word to make this one bold. Okay. Alright, it doesn't look that bad. It looks a bit better, although the in has a little bit too much strength on it. Let's make it of a different color maybe. I don't want too much color, but I'm going to try out. Let's see. Alright, how do colors work here? Suppose moving this around and then doing here, and I can save it here if I click the plus or something. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Alright. So let's see. Something like that. Oh, doesn't look that bad. It's a little bit too much color. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to try to ink only the dot in the eye. Let's see how that looks. So to do that, I should need to convert this to shapes. And shapes are... how can I transform? Convert text to outlines. Okay. There we go. It moves it. But, well, that shouldn't be a problem too. Alright. Well, that's in the front. Why? Alright. Okay. So now the shape, it's one for each letter and one path for the dot. Okay. Let's try to color this dot differently. Maybe in black. Ooh. It changed everything. It changes everything. I guess that's because they are all within the same, how do they call this, shape, or the same. Let's move it out. Let's try. Okay, now I've got the dot out. Let's color that one. Oh, damn it. I forgot to. Okay. Let's go to the color of this. Alright. No, how do we do this? I want to save that color. Alright. So now, again, I'll move the dot out of here. It's out. I'll take the dot and make it black. Alright, the dot is kept. Just ignore whether it's turned black. No, but this doesn't do it. Let's try the other way around. So I'm going to make this black and make the dot blue. It's a bit too strong. The in weight's a bit too much. I'm going to try to make it lighter gray. I don't want many more colors. Let's see with this. That looks actually nice, except for the dot. The dot is the one that doesn't. Let's put the dot in the same gray.